for people just incorporating a small amount of wild food into their diet, you're increasing massively the amount of nutrients, the micronutrients and the vitamins that you're getting, a lot of which aren't even available regularly in your commonly bought foods.
Happy vegan foraging, wild edible superfoods and more. Please continue watching to find out more.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/show.
برامجنا متوفرة بالعديد من اللغات. يرجى زيارة suprememastertv.com/schedule و suprememastertv.com/show.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.
So we found Wednesday in the middle of June last year. There are magpies in our yard and we always watch them. One day we noticed a bird sitting under the fence and not flying away. I came closer and realized that he was still very young. But when it got dark, the chick was still there, so I decided to take it inside for the night. At first, he ran and hopped around the terrace and the flower bed nearby. And when he learned to fly, he flew all over the yard, coming back to eat, bathe, and play. Now he recognizes me among other people, sits on my shoulder, flies up when I call him. He brings me different things and plays with me like a puppy. Now it's spring and he flies outside again, where he plays with other magpies. So even though he's used to people, he's still in his natural environment.
Vegan, protect ourselves and others.
Dobar dan, passionate viewers. That means good day in Slovenian. I am Luka. The friendly Slovenian people wish that you're filled with compassion and love in your lives. Welcome to our show, Happy Vegan Foraging, Wild Edible Superfoods and More.
Please seek professional guidance. Do not try foraging for plants or mushrooms without help from a trained professional.
Believe it or not, for thousands of years, humans foraged for wild food before grocery stores existed. This ancient practice has become popular again due to the COVID-19 pandemic. More people are embracing vegan foraging. They are collecting free wild edibles nearby and from the countryside to save money and avoid processed foods in their diet. An overgrown backyard or unsprayed local park can be our free market to gather our food once we know which plants are edible. The following are some examples of edible wild plants you may come across while exploring. Wild edible flowers such as redbud, black locust, elderflower, salsify, etc. can offer extraordinary flavor and nutrition as well as bring a delightful look to our meals. They can also be incorporated into delicious sparkling drinks. In North America, there are likely hundreds of edible flowers that can be foraged in the wild. For example, wood sorrel and spiderwort are common edibles with beautiful flowers that can be found in your backyard. Wood sorrel comes in various forms with either yellow or purple flowers, while spiderwort blooms from sunrise with pretty blue flowers that transform into tiny blue buttons by noon. These flowers and leaves have a pleasant taste and can be added to salads and drinks, and green leaves can be cooked into yummy dishes. Chamomile and chrysanthemum flowers are used to make herbal teas and traditional medicine. American beautyberries, roots, leaves, branches, and fruits have been used in treating ailments. The crushed leaves can be utilized to repel mosquitoes. Dandelion originates from the French dent de lion, meaning lion's tooth, referring to its leaves shape. These widespread wild edible plants are found year-round in gardens, fields, pastures, woods, and roadsides. Dandelion plants are highly nutritious from root to flower, packed with vitamins A, C, and K, and also contain vitamin E, small quantities of other B vitamins, and folate. They also consist of minerals such as iron, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. Dandelion root is abundant in the carbohydrate inulin, a soluble fiber that supports healthy gut bacteria.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master CHINGHAI shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Forager Sergei Butenko of the United States, author of Wild Edibles, now discusses unique features of wild edible plants.
Wild edibles generally also have longer root systems, which means they could reach down with their roots below the depleted topsoil and draw out vital minerals that our bodies crave. They're also a healthier crop. They're genetically stronger. Have you noticed where you're from that if you don't water your lawn, it will die? But if you forget to water dandelions, they'll still stay green year-round. Is there a secretive person who's running around the neighborhood at night only watering dandelions? Why is it that they stay green? Their roots go deeper, that's one answer, and another one is that they're genetically stronger. They're more apt to survive in more arid environments, in harsh environments. And this is so because dandelions are actually the roots of where lettuce originated. Thousands of years ago, romaine lettuce or red leaf lettuce didn't really exist, and then cultures hybridized it year after year after year, and as a result, the leaves got bigger, the leaves got sweeter, but also the nutrition qualities and quantities went away.
Wild amaranth is another excellent example of an edible plant with deep roots. Its grain is gluten-free, making it a fantastic substitute for pasta, couscous, etc.
It's able to mine water from far deeper than most of the crops, so it's going almost 2 meters down to get water out of the soil, and that allows it to survive droughts that would destroy other crops.
Many wild foods are considered as superfoods, packed full of nutrients that strengthen the immune system. Some of these nutrients cannot be found in our daily food purchases. For example, stinging nettles, a highly regarded superfood by many, come with an amazing 26% protein content and an impressive calcium amount. Just half a cup of nettles provides 481 milligrams of calcium. Incorporating nettles into your diet can significantly boost your calcium intake without the side effects from non-vegan dairy products. Cooked nettles have a spinach-like taste and are highly nutritious. Monica Wilde, also known as Mo, is an experienced British forager and research herbalist. Mo talked about nettles on the food program on BBC Radio 4.
Sometimes people say, oh, well, if everybody foraged, there wouldn't be enough. But I've never noticed a shortage of nettles. And if nettles didn't grow in this country, we'd probably be flying them in as a superfood because they're so nutritious. And above all, they're free.
Vegan, cause if we don't change, the climate will change.
Sunny viewers, we are going to pause for a constructive message. We'll come back in a moment. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television.
The day that she got here, she was trying to suckle my chin. At that point, then, I did become her mother. Nirvana was about a month old when she got here. She hadn't been treated very well in the past. She learned that she could trust us. So I was excited about taking her outside for the first time. It was like dropping your kid off at the kindergarten for the first time. It was really emotional just because seeing her being outside and saying, oh my gosh, I'm free to just run and be me and to get my energy out, that was great. This is how she is supposed to live, and we're giving her that life.
Nature-loving viewers, welcome back to our show Happy Vegan Foraging, Wild Edible Superfoods and More. As a new superfood and versatile addition to any diet, aronia berries, also known as chokeberries, high in vitamin C and various polyphenols, powerful antioxidants with anti-inflammatory properties. The black variety has the most anthocyanins. Red berries have the most proanthocyanidins, and purple berries are rich in chlorogenic acids and quercetin, glycosides. Aronia berries, like many other wild edibles, have a unique sour and bitter taste that likely provide benefits for our inner organs. If the flavor is too intense, consider blending them in juices and smoothies, incorporating them into jams and desserts, or adding them to tea and coffee.
And the Oscar goes to Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Let's go! I'm doing better than...
Whether we're talking about gender inequality or racism or queer rights or indigenous rights or animal rights, we're talking about the fight against injustice.
Doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. You know, I'm doing better than ever. 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 Like the sun shining after bad weather. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever.
One with flying colours? What else to expect? You are vegan.
Now, let's move on to something spicier.
Wild mustard is best identified by our sense of smell, because wild mustards always smell like mustard. So if you crush up any part of this plant, whether it be the flowers, the leaves, or the stem, and give it a smell, it should have a very spicy mustard-like aroma. Wild mustard is insanely nutritious. In fact, my friend and fellow forager John Kalis believes that wild mustard is the #1 most nutritious plant out there. It's got really nice broad leaves that are spicy and will be delicious in a stir fry.
Superfoods or not, wild edibles can contribute a unique variety of nutrients to our diet. Here, Rob Gould, a professional forager from the UK, discusses the many benefits of eating wild food.
Even if you don't buy into the whole idea of fully encompassing a wild diet, because for most people it's fairly much unattainable, but for people just incorporating a small amount of wild food into their diet, you're increasing massively the amount of nutrients, the micronutrients and the vitamins that you're getting, a lot of which aren't even available regularly in your commonly bought foods.
Forager Mo Wild documented a trial where individuals only consumed wild foods to see the results on the human body. It was called the Wild Biome Project. The study had 2 groups, with one set on the diet for 1 month and the other set for 3 months. The human gut microbiome is a community of microorganisms that reside in the digestive system and assist in breaking down food and boosting the immune system. The 26 participants' gut microbiomes were measured and monitored before, during, and after the experiment. Although the idea of fully consuming wild edibles for a long period is brilliant, it's worth noting that the participants did not exclusively eat vegan wild edibles. The results of the experiments highlighted improvements in participants' gut health with an increase in good bacteria, as well as positive changes in blood pressure, as well as cholesterol and inflammation levels. Also, participants felt happier and healthier, had increased appreciation for smelling and tasting their food, and had greater self-worth, a natural remedy for depression and anxiety. While the outcomes are encouraging, we know a pure vegan diet, even without a variety of wild edibles, could achieve similar or even better results easily. Transitioning to vegan wild edibles could potentially lead to even more significant health benefits and improvements in overall well-being. Sam Thayer, who is an internationally recognized expert, supports the idea that foraging can lead to longevity.
Foraging is going to make you live longer. Everybody wants to live longer. And I would argue, not totally facetiously, that if you're not foraging, you're not fully living anyways. We have so many dietary and exercise-related health problems, and foraging addresses both of those simultaneously in the most holistic, wonderful, satisfying way.
Vegan foraging fosters a deep connection to Mother Earth and our inner selves, promoting gratitude and well-being. Joining with others in foraging creates a sense of community and shared experience.
So, what does foraging do? It gets you outside, it gets you active, and getting the healthiest, best food in the world. And it's something that a 100-year-old and a 5-year-old can do together. And both enjoy it, and both participate in almost equal terms. And it helps that it's free. You know, I've saved a ton of money over the years by eating the best food in the world. I think it's a pretty good deal.
Surely, vegan foraging can be a feasible solution to self-sufficient living. In times of economic downturns and rising food prices, vegan foraging is a great way to get fresh produce at no cost. The practice can play a crucial role in sustainable living by promoting local food sourcing and eliminating the environmental impact of conventional food transportation and processing. It can also reduce food waste and lower a city's carbon footprint. Responsible vegan foragers can act as stewards of the land, contributing to healthier urban ecosystems.
Please seek professional guidance. Do not try foraging for plants or mushrooms without help from a trained professional.
Meat is not at all necessary for the keeping of perfect health, vigor, and vitality. On the contrary, it is highly deleterious to health. Shri Swami Sivananda, vegetarian.
Wise viewers, having your company today has been a pleasure. Up next is Eat According to Your Karma, Part 5 of 6, on between Master and Disciples. May all humans be reconnected with Mother Earth to live in harmony with other beings, including our animal friends.
Being vegan, having peace, heaven Godspeed.